Before I introduce you to Roxanna, a Canadian singer who has a number of successful albums out there, please, we are not paid by the PMO. We are paid by you to keep news and issues out there. So please make a donation and subscribe if you can. As I said, Roxanna joins me right now. You have a number of albums out. You have been a singer for years and years. And recently at a public event, I heard you talk about the question of freedom of speech, something that Canadians all across the country take for granted. And you were saying that perhaps we shouldn't take it for granted.
We shouldn't.
What's your point?
My point is, I come from Iran. I was born in Iran. We came to Canada in 1988 because of the freedom.
Right.
We had no freedom back then in Iran. What happened, the government. And we seek for a country that we have a right to talk the way we want to, dress the way we want to, and be free of dictatorship.
And do you think that Canadians don't value it enough, or do you think that there are now some forces that are trying to take that away from us?
Oh, it used to be good. Back in the 80s, when I came here, we had no complaint. Canada opened up their arms for us. They welcomed us, and we were so happy to finally be the way we want to be.
Right.
Like be without hijab and say what we want to say politically or anything we want to say.
Right.
But I find during the past few years, I wouldn't say even 10 years, less than 10 years ago, things are changing.
How?
Because I believe that people are coming. I mean, who am I to say? Many people may say something bad about what I'm going to say, but
say it.
I mean, everybody comes here from different countries, and they bring their cultures and religion and their beliefs, and they want us to accept it. They want us to not only they want us, they force you to. And God forbid if you say something against their religion or culture or the way they are, they call you homophobic, sexist, racist, something phobic, you name it. They label you and they prosecute you. You'll be lucky if they just
call you
names. But then recently, I heard people in Europe even are suffering with that. They go to jail. They're being prosecuted because where's the freedom of speech here?
Well, there is something called the Online Harms Act, which is going to be put through, but that's for social media, and you might go to jail if you say the wrong things.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that there is a concern, and you're feeling it, that our very, very valued freedom of speech is not as free as it used to be.
It's not. No, you'll be in trouble if you speak up your mind. And I have many of my friends and family who agree with me 100%. And then when we're talking in person, they agree. But then when it comes to the group, they get quiet and then they give me that look, or they feel like they shouldn't say things, they're afraid. Then where is the freedom of speech? This is called dictatorship to me. This is not democracy.
So is it more social, or is it a government move? You just feel?
I think it's both, to be honest with you. And I really believe that social media is not helping. It's adding more salt to the wound, they say. They're encouraging people to snap if somebody says bad.
Unless you're on this station, in which case you can say what you want. Roxanna.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
3 minutes.
Thank you for having me.
To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.